Welcome to Steve's Hobbies and the second video in my historic series. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button and comment below so that I can continue to give you more videos in this series like this one. Today I would like to talk to you about the second piece Lionel issued in what they called the Heritage Series. The offering was made after the success of the first locomotive in the series, called The Best Friend of Charleston. If you have not seen that video, I highly recommend that you do, and I have placed a link for it below. The second piece in this series is the John Bull, and was first listed in Lionel 2008 Volume 1 Catalog Signature Edition. What is interesting is the first piece, The Best Friend of Charleston, did not appear in a catalog. It was separately advertised. The John Bull was built by Robert Stephenson and Company of Newcastle, England in 1831, weighing in at 10 tons. The engine was ordered by Robert Stevens for the Camden and Amboy Railroad, which traversed central New Jersey. The locomotive was built as a standard 040 Planet class. After completion, the engine's construction, it was disassembled and shipped to the U.S. Upon arrival in the U.S., the engine was reassembled by Isaac Drips, a young steamboat mechanic who had never seen a locomotive before. Isaac started reassembling the engine from parts that arrived in September 1831, and it was tested. A short ride by the engine and a few cars was used by the Camden and Amboy Railroad to give members of the New Jersey legislature and a group of investors whose support the new railroad needed to finance the completion of their railroad. After regular train service began, the railroad noticed that the locomotive proved vulnerable to derailments, so Drip was asked to try to solve this problem. Drips designed and installed an extra pair of wheels on the frame out front, and it seemed to solve the problem. These wheels helped to steer the locomotive in curves and over uneven rails. The Camden and Amboy felt that the innovation worked so well, they ordered 15 American copies of the John Bull with the added wheels. The John Bull served for 35 years and was retired in 1866 at the end of the Civil War. During this time, the engine pulled passenger and freight between two large cities of the time, Philadelphia and New York. This was accomplished with passage on two ferries to complete this journey. The train achieved speeds of 25 to 30 miles per hour. After it was retired, the John Bull was shown at several fairs, highlighted by its appearance in 1876 at the U.S. Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. In 1885, the Smithsonian acquired the locomotive, and it was run again in 1893 at the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. In October 1980, down in Washington, D.C., to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the first steaming, it was once again fired up. Today, it is on display at the National Museum of American History. This year marks the 80th birthday of a replica of the John Bull, built by the Pennsylvania Railroad in Altoona, PA. The reason for building the replica for the 1940 New York World's Fair, there were concerns about operating the original John Bull, so they built this now historic working replica. The replica has been used under its own steam for the 1946 Pennsylvania promotional film and the 1948-49 Chicago Railroad Fair. The replica is now part of the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. This replica was restored and ran under its own power in 1983 and 1999. I hope you have enjoyed this history of the John Bull and seeing this beautiful standard O-gauge all-brass model of this historic engine built by Lionel.